So a lot of facts are now free flowing through the field, especially since I anchored Divine Masculine Consciousness here at the Veterans Park today, which will be downloading all the most ancient codes for awakening from 1G to 6A now in a timely manner. Because even though I had pledged allegiance to never, ever, ever, ever provide sessions for humans again and only perform on fields, when I do upgrade my session kits, it always helps. So, since no new person takes a session because you're all niggered, that's the honest truth. Now, when I, in retrospect, go back to the beginning of time when I initially came here with, like, to meet David, and I was only in an agreement with Anthony, my brother, on this topic, who knew about the plan of, David coming back to Beirut for us to plant organic crops, and David possibly working from the American University of Beirut to aid in deconstructing ego mind, but in the Hollywood way, like mystery schools. And he used his paintings and art and like his hecting equal conscious acting to kind of get the Indian techniques of the masters of awakening like Bhagwan and company. And my dream was just to get them off this holy war mindset and political mindset that I grew up around. But instead of that happening, now the Americans became this way. Everybody's on a holy war and they're all wearing political t-shirts around me all the time. Same as when I was born, then it started the holy war for 17 years, bombs and just very bad things because they didn't give me at birth my birthright in Tiberias for Aurora. And they had to hide me under the rug in a false, like Lebanese 22, whatever, so that I don't be a Palestine to Israel the shift. So that was the initial mistake. Now, initially, my dad made this mistake and this contract that put him on the razor's edge and the sideline of his own divine mission and beingness in being the change he wishes to see. That's why he's crippled. He can't do anything. And if they come to him and say, you have to sell your daughter's identity and give us her paintings, he can't say no because he truly, secretly, between him and himself, knows my connection with the divine. And he bets on the fact, like my cousin told me yesterday, that even if I do lose my, birth name and birth, day and birthrights, I was still the one born in the family that is, a good family, in every term of the sense. And I was raised in these ways and I come from the blood lineage. So I can't sell off for identification of things from the outside and for appearances. Now, simultaneously, I'm not sure, and this is me being as fair as I know, I'm not sure if David brought me here as him being the 911 and if he brought me here mocking me and Anthony, because he accepted for me to receive Skype calls from him in my bedroom, and he knew that I wasn't telling my dad about Dave and I, and he played along with me. He didn't say, no, I want you to inform your father about me being in your life. No, he played along with me against my dad. So I don't know if this comes from, just being American and being like whatever, or if he was the 911 since then. Because the last thing I want is to harm people. That's why when last in California, they asked me to give them David Rogers' social security number, I did go to Miami and I was like 2 seconds close of getting my private investigator that I hired to give me the sheet of paper with his social security number. But maybe there was magic in that zone too, because she was like on Lincoln Street in a nail salon, and she was one of Amber's people because she went to Fresh Market first. Like she had me go there first, actually. So they probably set up some magic so that I don't pick up the papers and I don't have David's social security number, so I can't denounce him to Wilshire and Wilcox police, which I wasn't able to do. Now, on a separate topic, maybe when I came to Beaufort, to South Carolina, and I started to work at the Pancake House with Anne and John, and they would read the gospel with me every morning before my shift when I was making orange juice for the whole village. That's when George Malouf, my cousin, was calling me a lot and was even talking to David. So I don't know, because George Malouf said, oh, ha, 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 how funny. So now you and this Jewish guy, David Rogers, are going to save the world. LOL, ha, 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 it's not happening. That was in 2009. And then he said, when you're at war, do not give your address. And then we reported that to the FBI as terrorist attacks. So I'm not sure now where the origins of 911 is, but if you guys are any real troopers for the First Contact Grand Crew team, you would know that prior to taking any session, when they send the initial, do not drink soda and do not watch TV, and, write your questions a day before the session, it says very clearly that one of the mission statements is to find out the truth behind the 911. And so guess before Uniting Heaven and Earth, since when I tried to open Heaven on Earth here in South Carolina, they plain straight closed it down. So I got one call. I was in Steven's house at 43 South Forest Beach Drive. One call. They're like, oh my God, Lucifer, this is Haley, and I'm waiting for you with a large, wide open pussy. Can you come fuck me? And he looked in the mirror like so proudly, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so cool. I'm gonna leave now. And I just sat there. I was feeling like the biggest idiot. I was like, what am I gonna do? So the person I am never confronts people. I don't go like, what the fuck? Who the fuck was that? Yuck. I don't do this shit. I'm not like that kind of a fucking nigger hoe. I just get the fuck out. So I booked myself a ticket out of here, and he was at work. He found out that because I was monitored 24/7, soon as my reservation for Florida came through to my personal mailbox, he just showed up in the house. He wasn't even able to speak to me. He looked straight in my eyes, and then he broke down, started to cry like a baby. He went to his bedroom, and he started to cry very loud like a baby. And I have a heart of gold, I was really feeling bad for the kid, but I was getting sick. I already told the guy that I cannot, for my plasma, I cannot. I will become like my mom. I cannot do it. If you're fucking me, you can't dip it elsewhere and then dip it back inside me, because it's not well for my health. So I had to fuck off. And then he took it personal. And then he became a warrior for the terrorists, and he accepted to marry a nigger in my name and become a thief and bring disasters onto his family and his state and his nation and the American army. 'Cause what? 'Cause you don't know how to listen to people for face value? When I sit you down first date and I tell you the goddamn truth about my health, you don't listen? That's the same reason why I had to leave Shasta. Same reason why I had to leave Johnson City. Same reason why I had to leave Spring Hill. And only reason why I thought that Russell Pearson was my last hope, because we haven't fucked. So maybe there is hope in him not fucking around behind my back. But now I know that I can't even go there because he's now niggered. Because the only way I can go there is he accepted to be the underdog. He accepted to play their game and have me as Dima Tabrawi, so then he would be completely supporting 911 in never allowing Jesus' resurrection to be an event on earth. That's going to undo Final Events Energies Update. Then, even though Miguel Lamboy tried to back up Miko and Russell Pearson, then it would make Michael against himself too, because then it's not the Final Events Energies Update because it was robbed. Because I can't not be the shift. Then all mission fails. Then what Michael Love told me about Russell Pearson being a fake Uriel here to end mission will come true. So I can't go to Texas and I can't go to you, Russell Pearson, because you succumbed to the 911. And Michael Love knew this when I was at the Days Inn years ago. Because he knew that Leah Gum was picking me up and was going to try to remove the Archangel Michael seal that Michael Love put on me. So now it is a catch-22, and I don't know what the solution is, but if David Rogers was the 911 to begin with, he definitely needs to be arrested. And all the 911 crew, because you can't blow up the Twin Towers and get away with it.